Private member statements. Are there any? I call the member for Swansea.
Thank you, Speaker. I rise today to raise some alarming concerns surrounding the partial collapse of the Pelican Marina into Lake Macquarie, which occurred in the Swansea electorate on Monday, the 8th of February this year. To the detriment of my community, we now know that this collapse signalled the end for the marina. Due to obvious and significant safety concerns, it is now in preliminary stages of demolition. The Pelican Marina, situated in a picturesque location on the shores of Lake Macquarie, was until recently a major drawcard for people visiting the Swansea electorate. It also happens to be situated on Crown land. It's been a traumatic few weeks for the people whose livelihoods rely on the marina, for businesses, workers and residents alike. They appear to have lost everything, with government officials advising that little property or personal effects have been retrievable during the demolition process. The demolition of the marina is an enormous loss to our community. In particular, the iconic Milano's on the Lake restaurant has come to symbolise what the loss of the marina means for our community. Would you believe that just last year I ran into Mike Whitney, who was doing a feature on Milano's for Sydney Weekender. Little did he know that less than a year later the building would collapse and would be demolished. But, Speaker, the tragedy here is, I believe, that the loss of the Pelican Marina may have been avoidable. Almost as soon as the marina began to slip into the lake, shocking evidence began to surface about just how little action the state government had taken to address the community's concerns about the state of disrepair that the marina had fallen into. To say the Minister for Primary Industries and Minister for Lands and Water, the Honourable Niall Blair, had dropped the ball on his handling of this matter is an understatement. Ambivalence and inaction certainly categorise the Minister's reaction to the collapse and subsequent need to demolish the marina. This description also holds true to the Minister's response to concerns that were raised about the marina for more than 12 months prior to its collapse. Speaker, it is fair to say that the Minister had due warning that the state of the marina had tenants and business owners very worried, to say the least. When I was elected in March 2015, one of the first meetings that I held was with constituents who were concerned with the condition of the marina. I visited the marina to see its condition firsthand, and I must say I was alarmed. One of the residents living upstairs told me that she had been advised not to step onto her veranda, and the piers, which were recently closed off to the public because of serious safety concerns. The marina was showing signs of serious dilapidation. I immediately wrote to Minister Blair to advise him of the communities and my concerns. Little in the way of substantial response to the concerns about the condition of the marina were ever received. On top of my representations, a Lake Macquarie City Council report recommended in September 2014, some 16 months before the collapse, that millions needed to be spent retrofitting and replacing infrastructure along the marina due to existing and future hazards. Various actions to address the problem were recommended within the report. However, full implementation of those actions could not begin until the state government signed off on the draft. It would appear that the government sat on their hands yet again. Speaker, given the enormity of this incident and the fact that the Department of Primary Industries Lands was handed back responsibility for the marina in December 2015, I am calling on the government to finally take action and address the ongoing concerns of my community. I am calling on the government to release the independent structural report that was undertaken in December, which allegedly did not adequately advise the government of structural concerns. I understand that in September, WorkCover inspected the site and delivered a scathing safety report into the marina's condition. I call on the government to release the WorkCover report in the interest of public good. But, Speaker, the community wants the Minister to come to the party. I am again calling on the Minister to come to the Swansea electorate, to come and meet with those people who have been affected by the collapse firsthand. It's simply not good enough to let bureaucrats take the heat for this incident. At the end of the day, the buck stops with the Minister. Right now, people want answers, and they want them from the person who is in charge, Minister Blair. Finally, I am calling on the government to outline what assistance they will be providing to those who have lost their livelihoods and homes as a result of this collapse. While I do believe that ultimately the entire disaster may have been avoided, we need to move forward with swift and tangible action to ensure that those affected will be no worse off because of the inaction of the bad Liberal government. I look forward to the Minister's response.
We're considering